So the revolution of sustainability and circularity will only come when you look, for example, at phosphates. Yes, I work in Morocco with OCP, the largest phosphate company in the world, which was declared the one with reserves to 2100. But when we are extracting phosphates from the soil, then you have 25% phosphates and 75% sterile material. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we convert the sterile material into paper, which we can produce without water, without cutting a tree, and that's recyclable forever. Because what we have is a paper production that still relies on using huge tracts of land to grow what we call the green deserts. The deserts where there are trees, but the soil is being exploited to a point that it'll be a dead soil after we had 5, 10 or 15 harvests. So my focus really for the future of sustainability is to be able to look at how you connect the systems together. How you have one great initiative connected to another great initiative, connected to another great initiative. We're looking at how to decarbonize the Moroccan fruits and vegetable industry, starting by the elimination of the importation of cardboard from the north of Europe. Doesn't make any sense, it doesn't weigh anything. And the massive carbon footprint on the cardboard is being replaced by producing locally cardboard, corrugated cardboard, from the waste streams of the mines. So how do we connect the fruits and vegetable exports with the cardboard production, with the phosphate mining, with the elimination of the water consumption, I disagree with the statement before that industry will need more water. Absolutely not. We need to just eliminate the need for water from industry. And we have proven it, that we can do it, because at the moment we have already 5 factories producing stone paper. It's